If you're a federal worker facing layoff, do you get paid out for your sick leave, comp time, or time off awards? In a previous video, I posted a checklist of what to do before you get fired or laid off, and I made one mistake there, and I'd like to correct that here. So I'm a former government employee. I'm a lawyer, but not an employment lawyer, and I recently early retired, so I went through the process, and I just wanted to share some things about it that some of you might have questions about. And as I said in the previous video, I mentioned something about comp time, and I'd just like to correct the record on that. So there's a difference between comp time and time off awards. So when you get comp time, like if you work extra, what happens is they'll give you a comp time instead of a money because of budgetary reasons, and you get that comp time, and it does expire, and it expires the 26th pay period after it was earned. So the pay period is every 2 weeks, so you get the comp time, and it expires a year after you get it. In time off awards don't expire. So time off awards don't expire, comp time does expire. However, if you are laid off, if you are RIF'd, if you retire, you do get paid for your leave, and you do get paid for your comp time. So where am I getting this from? This is from OPM. So according to OPM, if you have accrued comp time and you haven't used it by 1 year after issued, they have to pay you out. So that's directly from OPM. That's comp time, not time off awards. I did have time off awards. Time off awards do not expire. However, if you leave and you have unused time off awards, you lose that. So if you have comp time, if you have time off awards, and you have regular vacation, you will get paid for your vacation, you will get paid for your comp time, you won't get paid for your time off awards. And that's why before I left, I tried to make sure to use as much time off awards as possible. Now, sick leave. There were a couple of questions in the comments about sick leave. So I said, use up your sick leave if you're sick, because you won't get paid out for that. That's absolutely true. And someone asked, well, if I come back to the federal government, do I get the sick leave back? And yes, you do. So if you have 1,000 hours of sick leave, you get fired, you get RIF'd, you come back a few years later, you're rehired with the federal government. Even if it's at a different agency, you do get your sick leave restored. Is there any other purpose for sick leave? Yes. If you are retirement age and you have a lot of sick leave, the sick leave can be added to your time in service. And that will help with your calculation, because when you retire, you get your high 3 based on your years of service. And if you have enough years of service, that can usually land you another year. Other than that, you don't get any benefit for sick leave. As I said, you won't get paid out if you're fired. You will get it back if you're hired back, but you won't benefit from it in terms of getting paid out if you leave or you're fired or get RIF'd. The only benefit is if you have a lot of leave and your retirement age, that might get you an extra year if they use it to compute your time in service. So I hope this was helpful. I will leave a link to the previous video with the checklist that I think a lot of you found useful. And I'm trying to answer some of the questions there and correct one mistake I made, which I did say comp time you won't get paid out, so use it up. And what I meant was time off awards you won't get paid out. So I did have time off awards, and I try to use that up before I left. But if you have comp time expires a year after you get it, but you will get paid out according to OPM. Time off awards do not expire, but you definitely use them up, because if you leave your agency or even transfer to another agency, you lose that time off award. So you won't get paid if you leave, and even if you transfer to a different agency, you're still in the federal government, but you lose that time off award. So hopefully this has been helpful. If you want to support the channel, there's a Buy Me a Coffee in the description, and I'll try to do a couple more videos. I do have my paperwork from when I did the VERA, and I'll see if I can post it up there and walk you guys through it, and so you'll see how much they calculated would cost me for health insurance and life insurance and all that other stuff. So I still have the paperwork, and I'll do a video where I post that up there, and you guys can go through it with me. And if you find that helpful, if you find that comforting, And then I did just post another video where I posted some resources that may be helpful to you guys. So a couple of books that I deal specifically with federal employees, and that's in another video, and I'll leave a link to the books in the comments. And FedSmith, which is a YouTube channel, and they've been doing 1 or 2 videos a day about the current situation, and it's very helpful. My hat's off to those guys, and it's a great resource. And if you have any comments on what you'd like to see here, just leave it in the comments. As I said, I'll try to answer other questions that were in the previous video, any questions that are in this one, and in a future video I'll show you my VERA paperwork and walk you through it, and hopefully that'll be helpful for you guys. Thanks again. Like and subscribe and forward it to anyone who you think might benefit from this.